All right, welcome back to our demo area, ladies and gentlemen. And so what you see right here are some of our ingredients that we have available in terms of legumes and grains within the classroom. So a good example of pasta would be your elbow macaroni. So we use this like when we're making macaroni and cheese or macaroni salad. We have some rice. This is white rice. We have brown rice. Brown rice and white rice are the same, except the brain has not been removed from the brown rice. And so this is a processed rice. This one is not processed. And these right here are actually sticky rices. So these would be a short grain type rice. Then I have processed cornmeal. Now I have two types of cornmeal. This is a really coarse cornmeal. This is the one I prefer working with a lot of the times. And then I also have a fine cornmeal, which I'll use when I'm making like cornbread. So this is, I'm going to use the coarse cornmeal if I'm going to be like coating food in meats and veggies if they're going to be cooked hard. Then we have our oats. We have, you probably have seen quick oats before. You may have seen just steel cut oats. Make sure that you read the package carefully to decide which kind of oats that you want to use when you're working with these products. Again, we have peanuts. Peanuts are an example of a legume, right? Because it's grown in a pod, just like our regular beans. Then we have our lima beans. Sometimes again referred to as being butter beans. Our navy beans. Sometimes referred to as being your white beans or your great northern beans as well. Black-eyed peas, a very southern product. Field peas, absolutely delicious. In fact, I hadn't heard of a field pea until after I moved down to North Carolina. And I've been here for about 13 years. And I grew up in West Virginia, but I hadn't heard of them until I moved here. Black beans, again, remember we said we use them for salsas and stews. Our kidney beans, because they look like little kidneys, right? And then pinto beans. And again, remember we can use beans mashed. They can be served whole or they can be served pureed. We also have what's called quinoa, which is typically some people use this as a protein substitute. It's a little grain right here. And then last but not least, we have whole wheat flour. And then we have white flour. Now be mindful, ladies and gentlemen, when we're working with our legumes, you do want to soak them ahead of time before you use them. So you'll see right here. Let me step off camera, come back real quick. I've started soaking some of our beans. These are our black beans. These have been soaking for about 24 hours. And they've given off some of that liquid. You'll see as they soak, they release the gas. And one of my dietitian friends stated to me one day, she said, let them release their gas in the container, because as we know, beans cause flagellants, and the more that they release that chemical that causes flagellants in here, then it won't affect you as much as a person. So black beans, and then we also have some navy beans right here. as well that have been soaking for about 24 hours. And by soaking them, it's going to allow them to cook, take less time to cook, and which is something that we definitely do want. You can also, again, purchase canned beans that are in cans, such as these right here. These are kidney beans, some pinto beans. Oh, I have two types of pinto beans right here. So we're going to save that one for later. And by soaking your beans, you're able to, by having your different types of beans, you increase the amount of protein that you have in your dish. So again, like I said, I'm going to be making a 5-bean chili. So I have my black beans soaking, I have my Neldrin beans, I have some pintos, I have some kidneys, and I just need to go out and get one more can of beans. I have to decide what type of beans I want. Typically, if I had time, I would soak one of these beans, but I don't have the time to actually soak them at this point. So, all right. If you have any questions about the products, by all means, feel free to message me or email me about what you see here. And I look forward to talking to y'all later.